Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Dina Hype, come back to you guys with a brand new video, and I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Now guys, today is a big day. I just sat here for the past hour watching the Modern Warfare gameplay reveal. I piled in all the information that I could, anything that was very important. At the moment, they're still kind of streaming. At the time of recording this, they're still streaming some of the guys of the Twitch streamers and YouTubers kind of playing the multiplayer side of Modern Warfare and just kind of getting the feel for it for themselves. Now, what I'm going to be doing is kind of giving you guys my opinion on everything that was actually announced. And I've written down a bunch of notes on everything that was actually announced within the reveal. So I'm going to be discussing all this stuff. Now, there is a lot of information. I don't know exactly how long this video is going to be. So I'm going to stop talking and we're going to get straight into this. So if you guys are going to enjoy, do not forget to go ahead and drop a like. And also, if you guys are brand new to the channel and want to subscribe, feel free. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this. Now, like I said, I'm going to be reading off of some notes. So if you guys hear paper, that's what I'm holding. Now, first up, something I want to talk about is there is going to be some new things within this game. And it's kind of different, I will say. There is some things that are good, there are some things that are bad, so you guys got to kind of bear with me and let me know what you guys think in the comments. So first up, it kind of started off with the trailer of looking a little bit like it was the campaign, so I was confused at first. So first thing, looks like there's like rovers or a mantis of some sort, kind of like a Wall-E. If you guys watch the movie, it kind of looks like that, maybe strapped with some explosives, which is going to kind of roll around. It started off showing off the night vision goggles. That was another thing that we do know. Night vision goggles are in the game. Another note that I want to go and point out for you guys, I was going to save this for later on, but apparently there is going to be a new kind of Call of Duty Modern Warfare that you guys can pre-order. It is going to be called Dark Mode or something like that. And what you guys are actually doing is paying $200, and what you guys can get is you guys will get the game. You guys will get all the little bonuses within the game, which is a calling card, all the operators. You will be getting a throwing knife within the game, and you guys will actually be getting a set of night vision goggles, which I don't know about you, but that is very cool. I don't know if I'm going to be buying. I did not buy the Dark Edition. I bought the Precision Edition, which is about $100. That's what I bought back in May. So that's all I got. I'm not going to be going and spending another $200 or even just refunding my money and spending another $100 just for the night vision goggles. Then again, when you look online, night vision goggles do range around a couple $100s when you think about it, so $100 wouldn't be that bad for me. But moving on here with the information, and like I said, if you guys want to buy that edition, all power to you. If you guys have $200 laying around, you guys haven't pre-ordered the game, feel free to do that. But moving on here, there are going to be some airstrikes, which are some type of score streaks. There is the gunfights, in my opinion, do look the same as kind of the way Black Ops 4 has. A lot of people kind of thought the game mode was going to kind of transition to the way how World War II was, how everything was just so slow and you felt like you were stuck, you couldn't run, you couldn't do anything. So the gunfight, in my opinion, do look the same. It looks very fluent and makes it to where you guys can actually run around and move fast around the map. You're not stuck. Now the next thing is the maps, or the map itself. Whenever you guys are loading it, I do not know if this is true or not, but it's what I saw. They were actually called operations. Now, this could have been something within the campaign, but what I saw, they were called operations. So maybe it was a multiplayer map, and then it just kind of said operations something. Let me know in the comments what you guys saw and what you guys think about that. But moving on here, the next thing is the operators, in my opinion, are OP. They are very, very cool looking. They look amazing. So that's that. Next up, we do have drivable vehicles within multiplayer, in which those are your score streaks or kill streaks, however you pronounce it. Now, this actually kind of makes things change within Call of Duty. If you guys know Battlefield, they are the game that's known for always bashing Call of Duty players, and because they think that they're better just because they can drive vehicles. Well, now we have drivable vehicles. We have drivable score streaks. So you can't bash us anymore now, which I don't really care. I personally do not think it's anything crazy. Now, whenever it comes to the kill streaks, which I will get on in a moment, one of them I really do love. The other one I personally just don't really care for. But moving on here, the next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is the colors within the maps. I think are beautiful. I think they are amazing. I think they just look vibrant. They look incredible. It's a very cool looking map. The multiplayer maps, I think they did a very good job on just keeping that atmosphere of something that we are going to be excited to look at and play around with. So I will go ahead and give a thumbs up to that, and give a thumbs up to Infinity Ward on making that happen. Next up, something that everybody kind of was curious on if this is going to be true or not, and it is. There is a beta within Modern Warfare. I made a video previously covering if there's going to be a beta, and lo and behold, there is a beta. It is going to be running. I'm going to pull it up here real quick to kind of tell you guys. And I did not actually think there was going to be a beta. I think this is kind of weird that there was a beta. I heard people saying there shouldn't be a beta because it would almost kind of ruin the whole way of we should just be able to jump into the game and play, because people who pre-order the game, they almost get a way of hopping into the game, practicing a little bit, and getting to know the feel of the game. That way, whenever everybody gets to play the game, now anybody who was playing the beta already knows how the movement is, already knows what kind of sensitivities, what they want, already knows what kind of weapons they're good with, and they can just pub stomp the crap out of everybody. Now, the actual beta dates are as followed. For PlayStation 4, the exclusive beta is going to be September 12th to the 13th, which is early access for PlayStation. And then it's going to be September 14th to the 16th, which is open beta for PlayStation 4. Now, next up is the beta featuring crossplay, which is Xbox One and PC, and PlayStation 4. First up, which is early access, which is PC, Xbox One, and then that is going to be from September 19th to the 20th, and then open beta will then include the PlayStation 4. And then from the 21st to the 23rd is going to be the open beta of the PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One. So pretty cool. I don't really care if there was a beta or not. I see it as this. If there's a beta, cool. I get to play it a little bit, show you guys kind of how it looks, and kind of talk about it. Very cool. If there wasn't one, it's whatever. There's always going to be some leaked information. Somebody's going to leak something, and as you guys can see, we are getting multiplayer information right now. All the beta really is just a chance for you guys to get your hands on and play it a little bit. So, moving on here. The next thing is, in my opinion, it has the feel a little bit of kind of the Call of Duty Ghost. In a way, don't quote me on that. But it has some futuristic type of gameplay. I saw the way the guys are moving. And they actually did say at the very beginning, whenever they were interviewing two of the developers, they were saying, is this game going to be kind of one of those slow game modes where you can't really move a lot? And they actually went ahead and said, no, that is not the case. You can still slide. That is confirmed. You can still do anything like jumps. You can still jump shot. You can slide into somebody's room and shoot them. I did not see anybody actually doing that within the gameplay, but the developers did announce and say that. They said, yes, you're going to be able to do that. You are going to be able to infinite run or sprint. I believe you have to put on a perk to do that, but it is confirmed that you guys can do that. Now, next up, like I said, sliding is confirmed, and mantling is also confirmed. Now, the thing with the sliding is they did say you guys can actually customize within using perks and or attachments, I guess you could say. You guys can actually change the way how you slide on if you are going to be sliding a long distance or a short distance, which means you guys can actually, it's almost like using Afterburner from Black Ops 3 where you guys can boost around. Do you guys want to not use that and then just use a couple of boosts up to fly around, or you guys can put it on and you guys can fly around just a little bit more? It's kind of the same thing within Modern Warfare. Now, next thing up is the fact that you guys, whenever you're using the sprint, are you going to be able to just use a cooldown, which means whenever you guys go and sprint, whenever you stop, is it going to need a cooldown where you're going to have to take a few seconds until you can start sprinting again, or are you going to be able to just start sprinting right away within the capability of using a perk? Now, moving on here with the next thing, the environments within the maps look so real. I did cover that with the fact of the maps looking so vibrant and incredible, but they do, in my opinion, look very realistic. They look real, as they've been saying. They're trying to make this map look as real as possible, and I think they just look incredible. Now, moving on here with the next thing. Now, it says here that within what the guys were saying, that the way the gameplay is going to work, it almost works the same exact way how real soldiers kind of fight overseas. And they were saying that they actually tried to like kind of talk with guys that have been overseas, some actual soldiers, whether it be Army, Marines, Air Force, Navy, etc. They were actually talking with some of them and trying to get their insight on how the battle works, how it works whenever you guys are actually using a gun and fighting. And your player will actually move around just the same exact way how a actual soldier will. You guys will see their gun go down into their shoulder a little bit and tuck down as you run. It's not going to just stand right in front of you almost. And whenever you aim, it's not like you're going to just like pull the gun up into your face. Now it actually shows you actually holding the gun out like a real soldier would and shooting someone. So it's got that realistic aspect to the game. Now, next up, something that I believe was actually leaked a while back. So this isn't really new, but there is 20v20 game modes within the game. And I'll get a little bit more into this later on in the video with all the game modes that you guys, or size of game modes that you guys are going to be able to actually play. But moving on here, like I said in the beginning with the dark mode, where you guys can actually get a pair of night vision goggles by pre-ordering the game through either CallOfDuty.com, or you guys can get it through pre-ordering through GameStop. You guys actually will have night vision goggles within Modern Warfare. Now, the thing that's cool with this is there's actually going to be a night vision goggle type theme game mode where the map is going to be probably very dark and everybody's going to get a set of night vision goggles. And what exactly you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to just kind of run around the map with your night vision goggles. And they said you are going to be able to get, I guess it's going to be some sort of laser sight. And how exactly this is going to work is if you use the laser sight, the person with the night vision goggles is going to be able to see you. So if you guys are shooting at one of their teammates and you have the laser sight on your gun, they're going to see that, and it's kind of like a game of mouse and cat. You're going to see them, you shoot them, then their teammate's going to see you, they're going to shoot you. It's kind of one of those 50-50 chances of if you show yourself, they're going to kill you. If you don't show yourself, you're basically just going to be watching your teammates die. But moving on here with the next topic, and the next thing is the fact that you guys can interact with objects. It's very incredible how this is now working. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically if you guys were watching the live stream, you guys can actually interact with doors. And you're probably saying, doors, how is that cool? That doesn't sound cool at all. Well, what exactly is going on now is you guys can actually interact with doors whenever you guys are going into a game or going into a room. So as you guys know with Black Ops 4, you guys will look around at any of the gameplay that I'm showing you guys throughout some of my videos. You guys will see all doors are always open. Now with Modern Warfare, doors are actually going to be closed kind of the same way how in Battle Royale or in Blackout. How it's going to work is if you guys go up to a door, it'll probably say square for PlayStation, Xbox, probably going to say X, I believe. And then PC, it all depends on how you set up your keybinds. And what you do, same thing with the door. You open it up to go into the room. And they actually did announce that you possibly could use a concussion grenade or a frag grenade, Semtex, etc. and just blow the door down. I don't know if that's confirmed. They just kind of said that. So it could be confirmed since it's coming out of the Infinity Ward developers' mouths. But we'll have to wait and see on that. The next thing here is the multiplayer weapons work just like real life weapons. They were saying that the weapons, whenever they were using them, are very heavy. Same thing with the real life weapons and guns are very heavy. Now, I think this is going to be a very cool way of how Call of Duty is going to be transitioning into 2020. Call of Duty is going to be changing very differently. It's going to be a good change, I think, the way how this realistic aspect is working. I think it looks very interesting. So we'll have to kind of wait further for that. But next up is the Gunsmith. Now, Gunsmith is, I think, one of the best things I've seen come into Call of Duty since I started playing Call of Duty all the way, like, probably over half a decade ago, over maybe even a decade ago. I started playing back in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. That was my first Call of Duty I ever played. And Gunsmith is just incredible. I think that this is the best thing ever. Basically how it works is you guys will load into a game, and you guys know how Call of Duty has always traditionally worked. You guys load into a Call of Duty, you guys have your guns, and you're running around. None of your classes are getting any of the kills you guys want. No gun is actually working the way you want. Or you guys are loading into a game and you're saying, wait, why do I have this scope on my gun? I don't want it. Or why do I have a laser sight on my gun? I don't want it. You guys can actually change your class right there in game. So if you guys are not running a specific class that you guys wanted, usually you guys can change your class and then you have to die and then you just change your class or to a different gun. Now you will actually change your entire class. If you die, go into Gunsmith right there mid-game. If you're losing or winning, doesn't matter. And you can easily just say, in Black Ops 4, just for an example, I'm using an ICR. Usually I run double grip and FMJ. Say I have double grip and a long barrel on, and I'm running around and I'm like, wait, where's my FMJ? I have somebody kill me. I quickly change my class, throw the FMJ on, respawn, and I'm good to go. It's that easy. I think this is very overpowered in a way because people are going to be constantly just changing their classes around. So spawns are going to be very, very weird because you're going to be expecting somebody to be spawning right in front of you if you run up to a spawn or a spawn point, and you're going to be expecting somebody to be spawning there. But in reality, nobody's going to be spawning because somebody is changing their class and they're not going to be spawning anytime soon. Now, moving on here, the game modes that are actually been already confirmed for Modern Warfare are as follows. It's going to be Spec Ops, it's going to be multiplayer, and then campaign. So, Battle Royale, most likely not going to be in the game. Zombies, not going to be in the game. I'm very disappointed that Zombies isn't in the game because Zombies has kind of been that trilogy of what everybody plays Call of Duty for. Everybody loves a good Zombies mode. And they're just taking Zombies completely out of this. Like they said, they wanted to be as realistic as possible. And Zombies aren't real, I'm guessing. Now, next up, there is no more Season Pass. So, give a round of applause for that. There is no more Season Pass. I think that's actually a good thing. And I'll tell you why. The reason why it is not a, or why it is a good thing now, is because now content is free. You heard me. Free. You don't have to pay for anything. We've been covering here recently with Black Ops 4 how people are paying almost $1,000 for content within the reserve cases and the supply drops and weapon bribes and all that type of stuff and the contraband streams. Now all that is free. You don't have to pay for it. You pay your $100, $200, whatever at the beginning to pre-order the game, and then from there on, you're good to go. Now, I think this is a very, very good thing. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, but I think it's a good thing that now everything is actually free. Now, moving on here, kind of moving on with the creative class still. Now, as we've covered, Pick 10 is now gone, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. But the thing that's crazy with this is you guys actually have a 30 to 60 attachments basically to choose from whenever it comes to putting on your guns. Now think of it like that. The least amount of attachments that you guys can actually put or are accessible to you per gun is going to be 30 attachments. So that's pretty crazy, and 60 attachments is the max that you guys have on a certain weapon. So I'm believing 60 attachments is most likely going to be coming to the assault rifles if I had to take a guess, or possibly the SMGs. It would never be on like a LMG or a sniper. So that's pretty crazy. Next up is the perks that you guys can use with any weapon. I heard something about that with the Infinity Ward guys talking, and I thought I'd just jot that down. Let me know in the comments what you guys heard within that segment. Moving on here. Now, with the lethals and the tacticals, if you guys usually do not know how they work, you guys can actually view how they work within the gunsmith. Before the game starts, you guys can actually hover over them, and they'll show you exactly how they work, and I think some of them are very cool, kind of the way they work. There was one of them, I forget exactly what it was called, and I didn't write it down, and I feel stupid for that. But how it worked was, you basically throw it against a person or throw it anywhere, and say if there's like 2 or 3 people hiding in a room and you don't know if there's somebody in that room, you can chuck this in there, and it kind of works the same exact way as a tactical or a concussion grenade. But how it'll work is it'll go in there, it'll take a screenshot of the room, and it's kind of like Vision Pulse from Black Ops 4. It's going to just pulse everybody, and now you know if there's somebody in there. It's just going to show you, okay, there's someone right here and right here in this room, so you kind of have that 5 seconds to run in there. You know exactly where they are, pre-aimed right on their body. If you have FMJ, they're practically screwed. You don't even have to go in the room. You can just shoot from the outside. Now, moving on here with the next thing, you guys have the Juggernaut, which is the max score streak that you guys can actually earn in Modern Warfare in multiplayer. And I don't know about you guys, but he looks freaking cool. He looks awesome. They were saying that whenever you guys actually call him in and equip him, he's going to play some like heavy metal music, which is pretty sick. And I don't know about you, but like I said, he's probably the most overpowered score streak. He's going to be one of those kind of guys that's kind of like the GI unit or the strike team. But imagine you as the strike team with the strike team's health. That's just crazy. Now, like we said earlier on in the video, whenever it comes to sprinting, usually it's kind of got that cooldown. Usually you sprint for a while and then you kind of have to like stop for like 2 seconds and kind of just walk, and then you can start sprinting again. Like I said, you guys will actually be able to set up unlimited sprint with a perk. I believe World War II had something like this, where you guys could unlimited sprint and not have to worry about stopping and catching a breath or anything. Now, moving on here with the next thing, like we said, tank is a score streak, and how this is going to work is you guys can actually get a tank, call it in, it'll come down, you guys can jump in the tank, and you guys can roll around and blow people up. If that's not overpowered, I don't know what is. Now, if it gets destroyed within a few rockets, kind of the same way how score streaks get destroyed in Black Ops 4, maybe like with a sniper's nest in Black Ops 4, I believe it's like 4 or 5 rockets, and it's gone if you guys have the rocket cache or the high explosive attachments on the rocket launcher in Black Ops 4. You guys can destroy the sniper's nest in about 3 rockets. If it's something like that with the tank where you guys can destroy it very quickly, that's not that bad. I just think it's going to be very overpowered if you can literally roll around in the tank and just destroy people easily, and they can do nothing about it. Now, moving on here, the next thing I want to talk about is the minimaps are gone. Yes, we do know minimaps are gone, but you guys can actually get them back by just calling in a UAV. So if you guys know with hardcore, there's no minimap. You guys usually don't cry about it if you guys are in hardcore. So all it is you have to do is just get a UAV, and you guys can see everybody again. It's that simple. You don't got to cry about it. UAV is actually or minimaps are still technically in the game. They didn't just completely remove them. You guys can still access a minimap. All you have to do is just get a UAV. Now, moving on here with the kind of the way you guys load into a game, which I think is pretty cool. You guys actually load into a match through driving cars and or through a helicopter. You guys saw this back on, I believe it was Instagram and or Twitter. Call of Duty and or Infinity Ward talked about this or showed a video where it was showing your characters. You guys would actually roll into the map on a Humvee or a truck, and you guys will just hop off, and then right there the game starts. Or you guys could fly in on a helicopter, land, hop off the helicopter, and the game starts. I think that's very cool, kind of the way it starts. It's not just your traditional load in. You're standing there, choose your gun, and then you just stand there and then wait for the game to start, and then you all just take off running. It kind of gives you something to kind of get excited for. You're rolling into battle. You're getting ready to go. You get off the truck. You get off the helicopter. 3, 2, 1, and get into action. It's got that realistic aspect to it. Now, moving on here, like we said, we can open and close doors mid-game. That's very cool. And moving on here now to the game modes, which kind of the game sizes of the game modes. As you guys know, Black Ops 4 kind of changed their things up with going from 6v6 to 5v5 and still kind of keeping that 6v6 within the game. Now, Modern Warfare is now going back to 6v6, but something that we didn't actually expect coming is they are actually going to be also a 10v10 game mode, and there's going to be a 20v20 game mode within as well, and as well as a 2v2, which is the gunfight mode. But I want to talk about the 20v20 game mode. I heard some of the guys on the analyst table talking about this, and I don't know about you, but they brought up an interesting point. Imagine having score streaks with 20v20. Just imagine Black Ops 4 had 20v20, and you guys got a gunship. Oh lord, that would not be fun. If I was on the other team, or if I was the one with the gunship and I saw 20 people down there and they were or if my team had them in a spawn trap, all I would have to do is just constantly spray right there. I'd probably light up the scoreboards and get almost 1,000 kills if I was lucky. But moving on here, the next thing is something I want to just go and point out for you guys. This isn't really important, but I want to go and point it out because I saw them playing Domination within the multiplayer reveal. And Domination does not actually have 2 rounds like the traditional Domination usually has worked. It actually goes straight to 200. It doesn't stop at 100. It's the same rules, just capture flags, A, B, C. Usually you want to capture 2 and then just leave 1 so you guys can usually spawn trap. But it doesn't stop at 100. It goes straight to 200 instead of going to 100 halftime and then going to 200. So that's pretty cool. The next thing, and probably the last thing, is Stem Shot is accessible through the Gunsmith mode, I'm believing. And how it works is you guys, same thing with Black Ops 4, you guys can use a Stem Shot. If you guys do not run Stem Shot, you guys will still regen your health. It's not like you're never going to regen health. If you have the Stem Shot, you're still going to regen health even whenever you don't use it. It's just kind of like a secondary thing of if you like to be in the gunfight and you like to run around, you guys can run. If you do not want to run the Stem Shot and you guys want to run something else, whatever I believe the perks are, you guys can do that. But other than that, that's everything I really have for you guys. that's everything that was kind of important for you guys that I need to talk about. So other than that, that's all the information that I have for you guys. Now, another thing I want to go ahead and point out for you guys, I saw this on Dexerto.com, so you guys can probably go there and check this out. But it says here, from footage, it appears that players can find themselves out of action after just 3 shots, indicating that the amount of health that players have is likely 100 points again, going down from 150, which Black Ops 4 has. So, from what we can see now is that the time to kill is now going down. It's no longer going to be 150 points, where now with an SMG you have to shoot somebody like 5, 6, 7 times before they are even dead. Now it's going to be probably like a 3 or 4 shots and they're done. It's going to be like in real life, you shoot somebody once, they're going to get stunned. You shoot somebody twice, it's going to hurt. You shoot somebody 3 times, most likely they're going to be dead. If you shoot somebody 4 times, they're done. It's game over. Now, other than that, that's all the information that I have for you guys. That's everything that I got to talk about for you guys. Sorry I couldn't put any gameplay for you guys. As you can see, my channel is not big enough. I don't have the credit to go there and get gameplay for you guys. But other than that, that's all the information that I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys did go on to enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy, do not forget to drop a like. Let me know in the comments if you guys made it to the end of the video, if you guys watched the entire thing. And also, like I said in the beginning, if you guys want to go ahead and subscribe, feel free. If you guys want to go ahead and stay up to date with all the content whenever it comes to Modern Warfare, and staying up to date with everything whenever it comes to Black Ops 4. As you guys know, Black Ops 4 is still a thing. It's still relevant. We're going to cover Black Ops 4 all the way until Modern Warfare comes out. So I'll keep you guys updated with everything Black Ops 4 related whenever it comes to updates, patch notes, DLC weapons, game modes, multiplayer info, everything like that. And also, if you guys are curious about just everything I post here on the channel, you guys can head to the bio section of my YouTube channel and everything will be there. But if you guys want to head down in the description, all my social medias are there. And also, if you guys want to help support me in any way, sponsors are down in the description. And also, if you guys want to use the codes at the websites, feel free. And also, if you guys want to rock the Hype Nation merch, link to my merch store is down there, so feel free to check it out and rep the brand. But without further ado, guys, it's been your boy Dean Hype. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.